G'day, g'day, g'day. Are you guys watching the Bathurst 12-hour that's going on this weekend? Because you should be, and I'm going to tell you today why you should be. But while doing this, I'm going to do a little bit of lapping the Bathurst track in a BMW GT3. My livery today is the Valentino Rossi one. He will be racing at the Bathurst 12-hour, and I think that's my first point today. Valentino Rossi is going to be at the Bathurst 12-hour. He's going to be riding a GT3. It's been a while since I've actually done this circuit, so this is going to require a lot of mental focus from me. But Valentino Rossi is the GOAT of MotoGP. I don't want to say I'm the biggest fan of MotoGP, that would be a lie, but like, even I know that he's fucking good. So yeah, it'll be good to see him at Bathurst in the GT3. It's a transition for him that I hope goes well. He's obviously raced in cars before, or test-driven fast cars before. I remember he had a car swap with Lewis Hamilton. It was the W11, one that fucking was fast, the DAS one. I really hope he does well, and not only that, like, there's also the usual race at the Bathurst 12-hour Australian motorsport legends such as Craig Lowndes, Jamie Whincup, Seamus Gisbergen's going to be there, Rock Feeney and Richie Stanaway too, so that's pretty much all of Triple Eight's going to be there, if that's what you were wondering. There's also a few other suspects. Chaz behind me, he'll be there. The driver talent at the Bathurst 12-hour is always pretty decent, like, especially for what is, I want to say, an Australian event that appeals to some people from other countries. Yeah, over COVID, the series, like, it wasn't strong. I don't think that's like a well-kept secret. I don't think that's something that was well hidden. It suffered a lot, like a lot of things did over COVID. It took a hit, and even before COVID, it wasn't at its peak. But it's good to see such a good turnout this year, and I hope that that will carry it into future years as well. But another reason why you should be watching it is this track, man. This track is something special. Like, when you hook it up alright, it's insane. And I don't want to say it's magical, but man, is it magical. Like, and not in the sense of, wow, that's stunning to drive. I mean, the mountain is magical and it has a mind of its own. If you watch previous years of events at the mountain, you'll know that kangaroos, echidnas, every friggin' wildlife possible is at this mountain, and they are determined to get on the track at the same time as the cars. For example, I think it was 2021 Bathurst, if I remember correctly, where the echidna came out on track, which caused a safety car. That was interesting. And then I've seen it recently as well, the gif of the Bathurst 12-hour event where there was the kangaroo just jumping up from Griffiths Bend to the cutting. The animals here are insane. And not only that, there's also that albino kangaroo that loves hiding on the hills. There's also rumours that there's still an AU falcon just trekking the hills, trying to make its way back to camp. Many mythical wildlife around here. So often you'll see weather events happening on one half of the track and not happening on the other. It's just part of the nature of, like, different altitudes, different, like, it's a 6k track or something like that. It's a long track. It's bound to have things happening differently in turn 1 than turn 12, you know? Even the ends of Conroe Straight would be different sometimes. Oh, yeah, this mountain is special, and it's really nice to drive. It's really nice to see people drive it well as well. It's why the top 10 shootout at Bathurst is one of the biggest events of the year, because it's just so beautiful to watch. But not only that as well, why you should be watching it is just how good endurance racing is. I don't know if any of you watched the 24-hour Daytona the other week. The finish for the LMP2 class was 0.016 of a second after 24 hours. Oh, that's insane. Like, endurance racing is one of the best forms of motorsport, and I get it's not for everyone. There's going to be people who don't enjoy it, but I implore you, if you get the chance, just pop your head in for half an hour here or there, and you won't miss out. This thing starts at 6 AM, it's pitch black, and 6 PM, it's heading in towards the evening. It's such a good time frame for a 12-hour event, and it's just stunning in some parts. Like, for example, when they start, it's like 6 a.m. The sun's rising shortly. It's one of the most beautiful motorsport sights you'll see. Obviously that comes from a position of bias. I'm not going to say I'm not biased. I quite like the events at Bathurst. We touched the grass a little bit there. It's pretty. Just Google the photos. Like, I'll probably have one as the thumbnail for this video as well. But it's such a beautiful track. Was the Red Bull demonstration. I believe it's the RB7. One of the ones that Sebastian Vettel carried to glory. That will be running at the mountain. And that is going to be good to see. It was supposed to be Daniel Ricciardo running it. You find a video on my channel that says it is Daniel Ricciardo. But it's actually Liam Lawson, which is great. Liam Lawson loves Australian motorsport. Obviously he's Kiwi, grew up on supercars. It's a lot of people in these two countries do. But yeah, so that will be fun. And last time an F1 car challenged a mountain was Jenson Button. Way back when he was in Vodafone. Like, this is a good solid, over a decade ago. And I could see this being an exceptional lap. Like, this is going to break lap records, I'd say. They're here for a few days. Right? They're going to get faster as they go on and go on and go on. And Liam Lawson isn't slow. He's not. He's switched on. He knows how to throw a thing around. So. And also, the fact that Red Bull, as a company of glory hunters, they want to have the fastest lap time around here. That's, no doubt that's their mantra with sending a car here. As much as, obviously, it's great fan PR, it's great everything, they want the record. As most other F1 teams probably would as well. It's a nice record to hold. If you don't believe me as well, if you don't believe that there's a reason why you should watch this, like, go on YouTube and watch the last 30 minutes of any other, like, well, not any other, but most other Bathurst 12 hours, and you'll see how good it gets. Like, it's unmatched. Endurance racing is so damn good, and obviously it's not for everybody. Some people prefer that sort of sprint action. Some people prefer that hour-long F1 race, you know. But this stuff is good, and if you're a fan of motorsport, won't be disappointed. I can guarantee you that. It's simply one of the best things to watch. And the thing is, you don't need to be attentively watching it either. You don't need to be eyes focused, like pinpoint on your phone, on the TV. You can just simply have it on in the background, do your day-to-day stuff. If anybody wants details, it is this Sunday, Australian time, obviously. This is all Australian Eastern Daylight Savings. It starts at 6 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings time. Ends at 6 p.m. I think plus one lap, if I remember correctly, or they finish their lap. One of the two. I can't exactly remember off the top of my head now. And I believe it will be streamed on 7+. If it's streamed anywhere else, it will be up on the screen now, or that way I think. I don't know which way the screen is. And if there's any other important information regarding it, you can find it on my Twitter, at Pegels__, or alternatively, you can find it at the Liqui Mully Bathurst 12-hour social medias, which is probably a more useful resource in regards to the Bathurst 12-hour. If I'm going to be completely honest with you. But otherwise, that's all I have to say on this topic. You should absolutely be watching the Bathurst 12-hour. You will not miss out if you tune in, if you have it on in the background, if you're there for an hour or two every, like, a couple of hours. You seriously will not miss it. But anyway, that's all I've got time for. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to let me know in the comments below. My name is Pegels, and I'll catch you later. Yeah, I can wreck it. Let's go. Because you should be. And today I'm going to talk to you about why. Today I'm going to be doing it in a slightly different way to normal, but